Have you ever seen two people who don't need to say, "I love you," because every gesture, glance, and laugh already says it all? Hello everyone, welcome back to K-Pop Factory, where every second of Jimin and Jungkook's interactions becomes a precious memory. This time, we'll dive into a live stream that, while it may seem ordinary to some, feels far from ordinary to us ARMYs, especially those who've quietly followed the development of their relationship over the years. This isn't just any live stream. It's 2 hours of such genuine intimacy, small hugs, playful teasing, gentle attention, and words that sound like jokes but are rich with meaning. Are they just two old friends who are too comfortable with each other? Or is there something there? Something even they dare not mention? To the outside world, that day might feel the same as any other. But for ARMYs who pay close attention, this broadcast is different. Not because of the special setting, nor because of the surprising topic, but because of their energy and closeness. Two people who know each other better than anyone else. It all started with a simple greeting. "Hi," Jimin said softly, a bit shy as usual. "Hi, everyone," Jungkook replied casually, leaning slightly toward Jimin, as if wanting to be closer. It had been a long time since they had appeared together like this. Jimin acknowledged it jokingly, but his eyes betrayed an unmistakable longing. They sat side by side, shared a small laugh, then embraced briefly. Not dramatic, but warm, an embrace that felt like coming home. "Nice to see you," Jimin said jokingly, as if teasing the fact that they hadn't lived together in a long time. That day, Jimin looked lighter, not just his heart, but his body too. He even teased Jungkook, "I've lost weight, right?" glancing at him like a child waiting for praise. Jungkook just smiled. And in his silence, there was a silent acknowledgement. He knew it. He always knew it. Jimin then glanced at the clock. "I think it's lunchtime in Korea now. The perfect time to chat. But we know it's not just about mealtime. It's about the right moment to connect, to be present, to share, amidst their busy schedules." Jungkook replied, "It's been about a week since we arrived here, and believe me, we've been working hard." A simple sentence, but full of sincerity. They were tired, but they chose to be present. It was more than just an appearance. "How are you?" Jungkook asked sincerely, not just out of politeness. "How are you?" Jimin replied softly, then added, "I miss you." Three short words, but full of meaning. A sentence that didn't need an answer. Jimin mentioned that their team was excitedly preparing for a new project. He laughed, but his tone carried a sense of pride. "Now that I think about it, this might be the first time we've said we're working this hard, right?" he asked. "No," Jungkook replied quickly, without hesitation. Then the mood shifted. Jungkook, usually laid back, spoke firmly this time. "Next spring, no matter what happens, we have to release something. We can't keep postponing it. We can't postpone it anymore." It sounded like a promise, not just to ARMY, but to themselves. A reminder that time keeps moving forward. But Jungkook quickly lightened the mood. "What's your concept today?" he asked with a laugh. They went back to talking about music, albums, and dreams. "I want to know what kind of song we'll perform," said Jimin. "I'm curious about the main song," replied Jungkook. They laughed, their eyes sparkling, as if they could already imagine standing on stage together again. Then came the moment that made the fans smile. "Use lip balm," Jungkook said suddenly. "I'm fine," Jimin replied. "No, it's dry," Jungkook insisted. Jimin laughed. "Dry," Jungkook repeated louder, not angrily, but with concern. "If you keep repeating it, I'll get nervous." Jimin joked. Isn't that like a puppy? Jungkook teased. Yes, Jimin replied with a laugh. This lip balm isn't about dry lips. It's about the small gestures only someone who truly cares would make. Soon after, Jimin showed a photo. I want to show you something annoying, but it's normal. Are you sure? Jungkook asked, sounding like a warning. The photo was a portrait of Jimin taken by Jungkook. Warm, close, a little mischievous. There were other photos they only saw, maybe too personal to share. Are you sure? Jungkook said, sounding like a code. Let this one stay between us. Jimin then made a confession that sent fans into a frenzy. Every day he comes to my room while I'm sleeping, records me, then leaves. Crazy, right? Jungkook didn't deny it. He even sang spontaneously, I'll come to you. Then, a viewer's comment appeared. You two are a perfect match. Jungkook read it aloud. He didn't deny it, didn't laugh. He let it hang there, and that was his answer. Then, a moment that made many people hold their breath. Jungkook slipped his hand into Jimin's shirt, joking, but intimate. Are you looking for trouble? Jimin asked. It's warm here, Jungkook replied casually. If I'm in trouble, how will you punish me? He continued. A moment of silence, then laughter, but the tension was real. Jimin then sang a verse from the song Who is my heart waiting for? Jungkook looked at him seriously. Who are you really waiting for? No answer, just silence. And that was the answer. The conversation continued about Jimin's performance in Set Me Free PT2. Jungkook teased him, Jimin laughed. They reminisced about their trip to Da Nang, until Jungkook called Jimin sweet, a word that sounded heavier coming from his lips. 2 hours passed like a dream. The broadcast ended without drama, but left a lingering feeling. Jungkook even continued the solo broadcast for another 2 hours, as if they hadn't finished sharing their world. Jikook never said, I love you directly, but they didn't need to, because every glance, laugh, and small gesture already spoke volumes. From the awkward, hi, to the sincere, I miss you. From the lip balm joke to the question, who is your heart waiting for? That night, they weren't just on screen, they let us into their world. And we were lucky to witness it. A form of love that doesn't need many words, just presence and feeling.